Hello once again, my spooky friends, and welcome back to my film cave. 'Tis the season of the spooky films. As you can tell, I am in my costume. Well, that's only partly true. I just really couldn't be bothered to get dressed just to do a review of this film. So I've actually come as a very lazy Jedi. Luke's sky snoozer. Obi-Wan Kenobi. So in the spirit of the season, I'm watching my way through some spooky-ish Halloween-themed films. And I decided to take a risk and watch the Adam Sandler Netflix-produced movie Hubie Halloween. Because it's brand new and it's Halloween-themed, I thought it was a little bit of a gamble. Did it pay off? Jesus. Let's get into it. Can't believe I'm reviewing this film. Hubies Halloween is an Adam Sandler Netflix original movie. He's contracted into doing a bunch of Netflix original movies. I heard a rumor, and how true it is, I don't know. But if Adam Sandler got snubbed for Oscar nominations for his role and his making of Uncut Gems, which by all means was a brilliant film, I heard that if he got snubbed for nominations for the Oscars for Uncut Gems, he was then going to make the worst movie he had ever made. Now we have Hubies Halloween. Coincidence? I think not. This is definitely not as bad as Jack and Jill. It's pretty close. So in Hubies Halloween, Adam Sandler is doing his usual shtick of playing a character who's a little bit maybe slow or dorky or nerdy or whatever, with, for some reason, some kind of speech impediment. I don't know why this is a recurring theme. And Hubie Dubois is a huge fan of Halloween. But on the flip side, he's also like that kid in school who was the super strict Boy Scout, who was a hall monitor, and would stick by all of the rules. Safety is number one priority, and clearly just never grew out of that mentality. Why his character is like this? Zero explanation! Zero! There is no exposition as to why his character is like this. So he goes around every Halloween making sure that everyone is safe, everyone is sticking to rules, everyone's taking the appropriate amount of candy, and he's this guy with this thermos that's like a multi-tool as well. Like, the thermos in this film is trying to be its own character. There's a multitude of things that this thermos can do. It's like the freaking TARDIS. The stuff that he keeps in it, it's not actually possible, but it's there for comedic value. Comedy value. And then, inevitably, this one Halloween where everyone's kind of sick of him reporting things that aren't crimes, stuff actually starts happening. Is it his weird new neighbor who kind of thinks he's a werewolf but also actually might be a werewolf? Is it this supposed escaped psychopath from a local mental asylum that's going around taking people who you don't know who it is until they take off the mask? Spoiler alert, it's Rob Schneider, because he's in every single Adam Sandler film, and you haven't seen him in the film until that point, so of course it's going to be Rob Schneider. But it's never explained why the town hates him so much. Okay, they might be bored of him being all safety prone and kind of keeping everyone on the straight and narrow, and yeah, they might be bored of him reporting these non-crimes to the police. But is that a reason to literally throw microwaves and cinder blocks at a guy? No, it's not explained. But hey, comedy value, right? Now, okay, I'm not going to entirely write off Hubie Halloween because it does have some points to it. I get that they're trying to get across that Halloween is for everyone. Yes, you do need to be safe, but you also need to look out for one another and enjoy it at the same time. I also get that Adam Sandler probably called in every single favor with any kind of comedy or celebrity name that he had, because the amount of people that appear in this film as cameos or as actual parts is astonishing, frankly. He's got Steve Buscemi, he's got Ben Stiller in the first 5 minutes, he's got Kevin James, he's got Maya Rudolph, of all people. Like, she's one of the best parts of the film, along with Steve Buscemi. And they had, like, no time. And okay, there was one joke, which up until the point that they pointed out the joke was actually quite funny. That all of the women news anchors and reporters and most of the women in the town are all dressed as Harley Quinn for Halloween. I liked that, but then they pointed it out. It's like, oh, it's not funny now. Like, the point that you explain the joke? The joke isn't funny. Just let that joke run. This is the kind of comedy that you would find funny in a horror comedy if it had come out in maybe 1998. It's the kind of comedy you would expect to see in any of the Scary Movie sequels. Not Scary Movie, but the sequels. And the disappointing thing is, you know Adam Sandler is capable of coming out with some really great comedy movies. Hubie Halloween is no way near the level of Big Daddy or Happy Gilmore. It's not even to the standard of Little Nicky. Yes, I went there. So with all of that in mind, I am giving Hubie Halloween 1.5 stars. Because, oh god. So Hubie Halloween, have you seen it? Don't see it. What did you think about it? Don't think into it too much. Would you watch a sequel? God, please don't make a sequel. All comments are welcome in the comments section below. Let's talk nerdy. As always, if you've enjoyed what you've seen here and you would like to see more, you can click right here to subscribe to this channel and see some more funky, fresh videos from yours truly. Don't forget, we have a brand new podcast. It's called Back to the Review Chat, and it's available on all podcast players of choice. We have a special Halloween episode coming up, so prepare yourselves for that episode to drop. And until that point, I'm gonna go maybe try and find myself a thermos that's basically like the umbrellas from Kingsman, but it stores soup. Where would you even get one of those?